Beryl is making landfall right now as a Category 3 hurricane along the Texas and Louisiana coastline. A squall line with 70 to 80 miles per hour straight-line winds is ripping through the upper Midwest right now. And softball-sized hail, 2 to 4 inches in diameter, is on the forecast across the high plains today. 3 separate weather emergencies are all active on the same map at the exact same moment right now. This is one of the most complex and dangerous single-day weather setups America has seen in years. Let's start with the squall line, because what is already happening across the Midwest right now is serious. Yesterday's supercells from the Central Plains have merged into a massive arc-shaped squall line overnight. This system has derecho characteristics, meaning 70 to 80 miles per hour straight-line winds across an enormous area. 70 to 80 miles per hour straight-line winds, the same wind speed as a Category 1 hurricane on land. Power lines are going down across the upper Midwest as this squall line races through the region now. Trees are falling onto homes and roads. Brief tornadoes can form on the leading edge of this line. The Midwest squall line with 70 to 80 miles per hour winds is one of June's most significant derecho-like events. If this squall line hits your area, get into an interior room immediately. Straight-line winds are no joke. The squall line is too fast to outrun shelter in place as soon as it approaches your area. Tomorrow, this system continues through the Ohio Valley. Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh are all in the path. The Ohio Valley storm line tomorrow brings more power outages for millions and more brief tornado possibilities. If you lose power tonight, do not run a generator indoors and check on neighbors using medical equipment. Chicago, you are in the path of this squall line with damaging wind gusts likely this afternoon. Indianapolis and Cincinnati, this line is coming for you tomorrow morning. Have your shelter plan ready. This is the third straight day of severe weather hitting different parts of America. Still not done. Now let's shift to Beryl, because what is happening right now on the Gulf Coast is historic. Beryl is a Category 3 major hurricane with sustained winds above 115 miles per hour hitting land right now. Beryl's storm surge is pushing 10 to 15 feet of ocean water directly inland along the coastline. 15 feet of storm surge is a single-story house entirely submerged. Neighborhoods are being erased. Galveston and Port Arthur, you are in the direct Beryl surge zone right now. Stay on highest floor. Beaumont and Lake Charles, the 10 to 15-foot storm surge is pushing into your area right now. Coastal structures along the Texas-Louisiana border are being torn apart by Category 3 winds right now. If you evacuated ahead of Beryl, you made the right call. That decision may have saved your life. If you are in a surge zone right now, move to the highest floor immediately. Now, here is the part that most people are not paying attention to: what Beryl becomes tomorrow. By tomorrow, Beryl weakens to a tropical storm, but the threat does not weaken. It completely transforms. The entire disaster shifts from wind and surge to rainfall, and the numbers being forecast are extraordinary. 10 to 20 inches of rainfall from Beryl are now being forecast for East Texas and Louisiana tomorrow. Tomorrow's Beryl, rainfall in East Texas and Louisiana may be the most significant inland flooding event of 2026. Flash flood emergencies will be activated across a wide area as Beryl pushes north toward Arkansas tomorrow. The Beryl inland flooding is not a one-day event. It will persist for multiple days across the region. Beryl's storm surge and inland rain threat will affect communities that have never experienced a major hurricane. Communities inland from the Gulf Coast are not used to hurricane-force winds. Please take this seriously. Houston, you are not in the clear because Beryl's eye missed you. The inland flooding threat is real. New Orleans is also in Beryl's path for surge and heavy rain. The levee system will be tested. Turn around, don't drown is not just a slogan for Beryl's flooding tomorrow. It is a life or death rule. 6 inches of moving floodwater can sweep a person off their feet. 15 can carry away an SUV. Never use a car to escape flooding. Cars are swept away in just 18 inches of moving water. Tropical rainfall events like Beryl dump water faster than drainage systems can handle instant flooding. FEMA's message for Beryl flood zones: do not walk or drive through any standing or moving water. Pavement beneath floodwater can be fully eroded and invisible. FEMA confirms this is how most flood deaths happen. Little Rock and Memphis barrels. Heavy rain and flooding threat pushes north into your area Friday. Tell me your city in the comments below, especially if you're anywhere near Barrel's path right now. Now let's get to today's high plains threat, and the SPC data confirms this will be very intense. Enhanced risk level 3 out of 5 is in place today for Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska. The Storm Prediction Center confirms 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram of atmospheric energy building today. That energy level, 2,000 to 3,000 joules, is what generates the most intense supercells and the largest hail. The SPC confirms isolated 2 to 4 inch diameter hail today that is softball size. Good grief. The SPC also confirms hail up to 3 to 3.5 inches in the Y-North Co overlap zone, grapefruit size. Grapefruit size hail can go through a car windshield. If you see hail that large, seek shelter immediately. 3.5 inch hail impacts at 60 miles per hour creates destruction that looks like a golf course hit by missiles. Cheyenne, Scottsbluff, Sterling, Fort Morgan, Torrington, if you have a vehicle outside right now, get it covered. Deep layer shear of 50 to 60 knots today means these supercells will be extremely well organized and long-lived. A 5% tornado risk covers northeast Colorado, southwest Nebraska, and southeast Wyoming, the top threat zone today. Denver and Colorado Springs, 2% tornado risk today, plus 2 to 4 inch hail possible. By this evening, storms near the Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska border could merge into a powerful MCS. That MCS moving into eastern Colorado and western Kansas tonight could produce 75+ miles per hour wind gust. The SPC image shows the orange enhanced zone sitting in exactly the right position for intense supercells. The upper Midwest also has a sneaky tornado risk today. Milwaukee, Madison, and Janesville need to be alert. The SPC confirms 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram of CAPE in Wisconsin, enough for rotating supercells. By 1 to 2 p.m. storms near Madison, Janesville and Milwaukee could be rotating with a tornado possible. By 4 to 5 p.m., those storms push through Milwaukee toward Chicago and South Bend with damaging winds. Even at 6 p.m., a rotating supercell is still possible near Madison, Appleton, and Sheboygan. Stay alert. Utah has a slight risk today, unusual for this state, but outflow wind gusts are the main concern. The Oklahoma and Arkansas clusters today also pose an isolated straight-line wind and hail threat this evening. Tornadoes in tonight's MCS environment will likely be rain-wrapped invisible until they are very close. A rain-wrapped tornado relies entirely on your phone alert to warn you. Please have your phone charged today. Now let's look ahead to Thursday, and what the HRRR model is showing for Thursday is genuinely alarming. On Thursday, the significant tornado parameter values are forecast up to 6 in northern Oklahoma counties. An STP of 6 is among the highest readings forecasters see. This environment strongly supports violent tornadoes. The large level 2 slight risk Thursday stretches all the way from Wyoming down to Springfield, Missouri. Wichita, Enid, and Tulsa, you are the Thursday bullseye with EF2+ tornadoes possible Thursday evening. The Thursday tornado threat is nocturnal storms fire between 6 and 10 p.m., lasting well into the night. A nocturnal tornado is one of the most dangerous scenarios in severe weather. Most people are sleeping. If you live in northern Oklahoma, southern Kansas, or near Tulsa, have your alerts on all Thursday night. Ohio Valley residents Thursday morning brings scattered showers with a low-end spin-up risk near the Kentucky/Indiana/Ohio border. St. Louis, Kansas City, and Springfield, Missouri carry a marginal risk Thursday with isolated damaging winds possible. Friday is the transition day, an L-shaped marginal risk from Montana to Springfield with Midwest sneaking higher. The better Friday severe weather risk sits over Tulsa, back towards St. Louis and Louisville with supercell potential. By this weekend, the pattern shifts dramatically, and this is where the ring of fire begins to emerge. A massive ridge spike is building over the central and eastern U.S., heading into late June and July. Ring of fire means storms circle the ridge, Great Lakes to the Carolinas to the Gulf Coast. Inside the ridge, The heat becomes extreme on the outer edges. Intense, severe thunderstorm clusters erupt. The European model shows dew points in the 60s and 70s, surging north as this ridge spike builds. Saturday, June 27th, SPC has a slight risk for the Dakotas with high confidence, 5 days out. Where the low pressure tracks on Saturday determines everything, the further south and east, the better. If the low tracks over the northern plains instead of Saskatchewan, we could have a tornado outbreak Saturday. Sunday's threat could extend east into Minnesota, and Monday targets Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Severe weather events are possible right around the 4th of July weekend across the northern plains and Midwest. Above average temperatures are forecast June 28th through July 8th. This pattern is very active and very hot. Now let's address the heat dome in the southeast because it has become dangerously compressed right now. Beryl and a northern trough together have trapped the heat dome squarely over the southeast right now. The Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida bake under heat index values of 110 to 115 degrees day and night. When overnight temperatures stay above 80 degrees, the body never recovers. That is the most dangerous heat setup. Check on elderly neighbors twice today. They may not know how depleted their body has become. Florida residents, isolated damaging winds are possible from pulse thunderstorms, especially in the interior today. Let's run through the specific city forecasts, starting with Beryl's direct impact zone right now. East Texas and western Louisiana, 10 to 20 inches of rain from Beryl is forecast for tomorrow. Milwaukee, Madison, and Janesville, your tornado window is 1 to 4 p.m. today. Keep alerts active all afternoon. Chicago and South Bend, the squall line plus these Wisconsin storms arrive your way by late afternoon today. Cheyenne, Scotts Bluff, Sterling, softball-sized hail, and a 5% tornado risk in your area this afternoon. Denver and Colorado Springs, 2% tornado risk and very large hail today. Cover your vehicle now. Columbus, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh, the squall line and Ohio Valley storms arrive in your area tomorrow. Wichita, Enid, and Tulsa, Thursday evening is your highest risk window with STP values up to 6. Springfield, Missouri, and St. Louis, Thursday carries marginal risk. Friday, a slightly more legit severe weather setup. Bismarck and Rapid City, your elevated severe weather threat comes Saturday, June 27th with this weekend setup. Atlanta and Jacksonville, heat index 110 to 115 degrees. No nighttime recovery for at least 2 more days. Large population centers in the marginal risk include Chicago, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Denver, and Milwaukee. The enhanced risk today covers 253,471 people. The slight risk covers 12.3 million, a massive population. Monday across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa could add yet another chapter to this extraordinary severe weather stretch. Comment your city below. Are you seeing storms right now tracking Beryl or preparing for Thursday? If your city isn't on this list, comment below and we'll give you the most specific update possible. Let's bring everything together. The full picture today is genuinely one for the weather history books. Beryl hits land with a 15-foot surge, then transforms into a 10 to 20-inch rain disaster tomorrow. A 70 to 80 miles per hour squall line rips through the Midwest and Ohio Valley today and continues tomorrow. Softball-sized hail today in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and STP values of 6 for Oklahoma Thursday. Heat dome 110 to 115 degrees trapped over the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida with no overnight relief. This is 4 active weather emergencies running simultaneously across the country, and all of them are serious. The Midwest squall line and Beryl are separate systems, but together they create a national weather emergency. Make sure all your weather alerts are fully active: phone, TV, and NOAA weather radio. For Beryl, flooding. Never walk or drive through floodwater. The road beneath may be washed out completely. For the squall line, get into an interior first floor room immediately. Do not wait outside. For hail, cover your vehicle or get it garaged right now if you're in the enhanced risk zone. For the Thursday tornado threat in Oklahoma and Kansas, have your shelter plan ready before Wednesday night. Being prepared before these systems arrive is the single biggest thing separating a close call from a tragedy. Share this with family in the barrel zone, the squall line path, the high plains, or the southeast. We'll push updates all day as Beryl moves inland. The squall line tracks east, and Thursday data sharpens. Beryl 15-foot surge, squall line 80 miles per hour, softball hail today, STP 6 Thursday, heat dome 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Honest to goodness, this is not a drill and not an exaggeration. These 4 threats are very real. Stay safe and stay aware. June 24th, 2026 will be one of those weather days people remember. The Ring of Fire pattern will continue driving severe weather opportunities through the first week of July. Plain and simple, this is what maximum atmospheric activity looks like on the American weather map today. The Cape building in Wyoming and Colorado today, 2,000 to 3,000 joules, is explosive storm fuel. That energy level makes every thunderstorm in the enhanced zone capable of becoming an instant severe storm. What part of this forecast impacts you most today? Beryl, the squall line, the hail, or Thursday? Are you in Beryl's surge zone, tracking the squall line, or dealing with the southeast heat dome? This is what a fully loaded severe weather day looks like. June 2026 has delivered many of them. We will have a comprehensive update tomorrow covering Beryl inland, Thursday's tornado risk, and the weekend. The next 10 days ring of fire, heat dome, active northern plains. This pattern is set in stone. The Midwest Ohio Valley squall line is making power restoration very difficult for hundreds of thousands of customers. Tomorrow's Beryl flooding will affect people who never thought they would ever be in a flood zone. The SPC Day 1 Outlook confirms enhanced, slight, and marginal risks covering most of the central U.S. today. Stay weather aware and stay connected. This is one of the most active weather days of the entire year. We will be right back here with tomorrow morning's full update. Stay safe out there, everyone. Beryl hitting land, squall line racing east. Softball hail today. STP 6 Thursday, June 24th, 2026.